Off-topic question. What are your thoughts on pretty privilege for men? As an attractive male, do you experience more passes in life than an average-looking male?
Chances are that you might be struggling with not having pretty privilege. Or in other words, bro, you ugly as hell. No, just To dive deep into this phenomenon, we have to know what pretty privilege even is. A person who has more opportunities and becomes more successful in life because of how attractive they are. Pretty privilege is the reason all of us have to work so goddamn hard, while a couple attractive people could do TikTok dances and become the next internet sensation. Pretty privilege is the reason why some of us have to go the extra mile to show how great our personality is so people forget how normal we are. I have to take about 1,000 pictures on my camera roll just to find the right picture where I look the best so that I could post on Instagram just to get absolutely 0 bitches.
Alrighty then. Welcome back. It's a meta watch party.
Hey.
Today we're getting into a little arithmetic. Thanks to a good friend of the channel, Whole Math. We're gonna see if things add up.
Whew. It gets dodgy. Talking hoes and math.
Let's meta watch.
The amount of stuff you can get away with if you're attractive is literally so insane. And everyone talks about women pretty privilege, but no one ever talks about guy pretty privilege.
I always appreciate it when women understand the different
Men
ways
definitely
that
have
they treat different
pretty
types of men.
privilege.
Guy pretty privilege
For
is
sure.
another word for hypergamy. So first of all, I'd like to thank her for noticing. And second of all, I have a few stories for you
Nice.
to try to encourage you to maybe move up a few notches if possible. Listen to how she understands. It's therapeutic.
I think if the unattractive guys tried to do the things that attractive guys did to girls, they would be called out for harassment.
Yeah, exactly. This
Right.
girl from an old video said, don't catcall me unless you're attractive. And then she said it was a joke, which means it's kind of true.
But if an attractive guy
Right.
did what
kinda
unattractive
true.
guys did, it would be considered cute.
This is where my stories come in. I
Nice.
did some
Story time.
not
With
very cute
pictures.
things that went over just fine.
I feel like attractive guys have kind of like act like an card that they can use whenever they want because they have a pretty face. And they have unlimited ways on how to hit on women without being a creep.
Yeah, you can say quite a wide range of things and
Yeah.
it will be okay, but only as long as she feels like this about you.
Right.
This is a drawing of me when I was at my most attractive and a relationship that I had during that time where I did nothing and she did more than she should have. This is a timeline of that relationship. I had a crush on this girl when I was 11 and she pretty much ignored me until after college when I lost weight and got in shape. And she sent me a suggestive message on Facebook where
Oh.
she saw my pictures and we began a certain kind of relationship. And eventually she let me know that
Certain
she
kind
had
of
been cheating on a different guy with me. And I said, that's a bad idea. You should probably either have a boyfriend or have fun, and you should pick one. And so she did. She got rid of him and said, now we can be together. And I said, well, that's not part of the deal. This guy's just going to be me later. And she said, oh, darn, and continued seeing me anyway. And also I had no money and she had money, so she paid for everything while I continued to see other girls on the side.
Oh,
That's
that's
how
who's
much
hanging out
difference this can make.
on the
If
arrow.
you can cross this line, you're going to experience quite a big power differential.
They also can't be arrogant and rude, where a lot of attractive guys get away with being rude.
That's me. I used to be rude. I was so bitter after I found out the difference between how people treat you when you move from here to here that I actually made a game out of what is the rudest thing that I can say to someone who I know already likes me before she doesn't like me anymore. And I never found it.
It's a
I
good
wrote
experiment.
a few of them down, but I don't feel safe showing
never
you.
found
I played other games too. I once met a girl on the computer. I went to her place 3 times without ever telling her my name. And then
Whoa.
on my way out
Wow.
the door the 3rd time, I said, are you gonna ever ask me my name or what? And she said, I didn't want to offend you. Like I was gonna say, whoa,
Whoa.
you're moving a little fast, aren't we? No, I'm not encouraging any of this
3?
behavior. This is degenerate. The only reason I
Yikes.
did it
Bedroom
is because
visits?
I was bitter, because I couldn't be liked without being likable. I didn't want to put in the work to get out of this area, and when I finally did, I still felt like this on the inside, and I said, oh, now it's my turn to do this to someone else, and that's not what we need more of. That kind of stuff just goes back into the
Revenge
dating
body.
pool and makes
Right.
everybody more miserable and harder to deal with. At least
Right.
people are starting to get it. But for now, if you are not working on yourself, you are potentially giving up a lot of power. Just don't misuse it when you get it, or you'll eventually turn into me, but without the internet money.
He said, good luck.
I mean, it's true. People that are more attractive get better results in just about everything. We have to look at people, we have to deal with them. You know, you rather have people around that are more attractive. I think it's just a subconscious thing that everybody deals with. It's not even really anything you can do about it. And it's so subjective, but also like not at the same time. Right? Like some people are just generally attractive just because they have like good symmetry or whatever the metrics are.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Like you can be one of these weirdos that get surgery to elongate your legs and like
Right. End up like that South Park episode trying to play basketball with fish knees or dolphin legs or whatever he had.
nah, I think he put like
Shins.
they put like testicles in
Yeah.
his kneecap
Yeah.
to like make them longer.
Now the knees, we need to snap off and fill with small round objects that can cause better movement. And we finish it off with a nice peniplasty to enhance the genitalia.
In that same episode, I think his father became a trans dolphin.
What happened to you? That doctor is a miracle worker, Sheila. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Look, Ike, your daddy's a dolphin.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm like. There was a fish.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. They were ahead of their time, as they always are.
Yeah.
Brian Reed Miller 5290 says, I have guy pretty privilege now. I had a major glow up around 2 years ago. I lost
Nice.
70 pounds, got in great shape, lost almost all my acne, updated my style and hair, and grew a nice beard. I went from about a 4 in looks to realistically an 8.
Wow.
Let me tell you,
Wow.
women become very nice to you. It is actually baffling how much people will change from your looks alone. Pros. My guy got the whole setup.
He said, let me tell you my data
Right?
collection.
The data collection. Pros. Women are really rude to you and smile at you way more. You can sleep around with women easily. I don't pursue that life though. I get a disclaimer. And you have way more selection in a dating pool. You are considered smarter, funnier, and more charismatic from your looks. Your introversion becomes mysterious, and awkwardness becomes cute, until you inevitably become more confident. You become way more popular, and guys think you're cool. Cons. Some guys get jealous.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
And will try to put you down with words, especially with women around. Your uglier friends, quote unquote,
quote unquote friend.
and colleagues won't invite you out much anymore.
Oh.
Some people are
Probably the
intimidated
opposite.
by your looks, especially if you are fit, and will be nervous around you. Some women with boyfriends/husbands will either flirt with you harder than single women to cheat, or just get the thrill of being bold with an alibi. Or they will constantly bring up their boyfriends and husbands when you are around, even if you aren't flirting.
They trying to remind themselves.
They're like, remember Jonathan? Yes, Jonathan, my boyfriend. Yes, I remember him.
Asking and answering herself. Oh my god.
This guy, Will Shad, says 90% of it's probably in your mind because you feel more confident. Women likely are treating you about the same. You just interpret it differently. What? Wrong, Will Shad.
Incorrect. Everything that guy said. I'm not a guy, but I'm sure it's true.
Guy here, and it's 100% true. Well, I mean, I don't know if they treat you differently because I didn't have a glow up. I was pretty steadily that guy for my life. But
But yeah, for sure, somebody who
people smile at me all the time.
lost a bunch of weight and then noticed people treat them differently. Of course,
for sure. And all these things that he's saying are valid. Women aren't mean to me. They smile. You have more access.
And for him to be able to say that, that means he's experienced
exactly the
lack. Opposite, yes.
Exactly.
Rude women who don't smile.
And he's talking about
as much.
But he's also talking about his experience from men as well.
And right.
And friends, quote unquote, and colleagues. It's not just women. So
yeah.
This guy Will Shad doesn't get it. Marcelo Straps says, an attractive male friend of mine used dating apps instead of booking hotels whenever he traveled. He could very easily find women who would let him, a total stranger, stay over at their place. Sometimes he wouldn't even service these women. He'd just sleep at their place and eat their food. And they wouldn't even get upset when he stopped texting. They just try harder to get his attention.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Whether you like him or don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number one.
Am I your time?
Of course.
What are the chances we can do something tonight?
10 out of 10.
Let me get a 360 real quick.
I'm not pulling out.
I go, I'm trying to crush that motherfucker.
Yikes.
What do you call simping in the other direction?
Wimping.
Specialists refer to her as a pick-me girl.
Yeah, this was Banana Boy 444.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
What if he has a plantation?
And he could be plantain man, but pause. Either way.
Plantain man.
Yeah, there's no way to slice it. He was like fruit guy.
fruity boy.
Right? Like, that fruit just got a bad rap.
Yeah. It shouldn't. It's the same shape.
No, that's great. I mean, like, it's lit. If you have a farm with a bunch of acres and a banana
444
plantation,
acres. Yeah.
444 acres of bananas, that's a yo. That's a yo.
Oh my gosh. Well, as this feller was saying, LMAO, he was testing the worst things he could say to find where the line that can't be crossed is, but he failed. I can only imagine the kind of stinging, insightful insults he came up with that had no consequences at all. A hot guy could get away with literally anything. We see it all the time. True crime. The more attractive people are, the longer they're able to keep their cons going.
Yeah, for sure.
Another viral mugshot has led to another modeling contract. But it was his booking photo that caught the internet's attention. The story is very similar to famous hot felon Jeremy Meeks, who made his Fashion Week debut this year after his mugshot went viral.
And the more they could get away with, they could say like the most vulgar things and be like, come here and do this to me right now. And say it like with a almost smile, like I could be joking. And then people come and do it.
I ain't gonna lie, you got some nice melons.
Some what?
Nice melons.
Melons?
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
Nah, like this is a nice little melon, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, here's a little testimonial from Lynx 5932. I had a similar experience when I got into better shape. I went to high school with a girl and bumped into her while I was at Barnes & Noble's. I was still a little chubby, but I had a power lifter build. She asked me a random question about the book I was holding and we started talking. After like a week, I invited her back to my place. She saw my old graduation photo and asked if that was my roommate. When I told her it was me and that we were literally in multiple classes together, she didn't believe me. Oh snap,
wow.
She didn't know they were high school.
Wow.
I'm telling you, people don't look the same.
Yeah, sure.
They're like, who they really look like is under fat. I literally had to tell, I guess, her the name of our instructors, where she sat, and some of the kids that were in our class together. She dead ass looked me in my eyes and told me she had no idea about me. Granted, I never really.
Snaps. Not that she didn't remember him, she didn't even know he existed.
It might have been a big school.
Yo, we
said
multiple classes together. Nah. They take roll. Like, what are we talking about?
You know, people be distracted at school.
Nah, shorties just are oblivious to dudes that they're not attracted to. They don't exist. And that's what he was saying with the whole math. That's why he's got the ghost on that paper. That just makes all those other guys completely irrelevant. They don't even exist.
So now, okay, so this guy's in that vicious cycle where he said, okay, so he's saying what you're saying. How do you not realize someone even exists when we spent around 3 hours a day with each other for weeks? After that, every time a girl showed interest in me, I would be bitter as hell. So that's really unfortunate that people are so resentful about not getting like fair and equal treatment, because they can't just be thankful that they have better opportunities now that they did the hard work. They have to be resentful that they didn't get those opportunities before they did the work. Are you kidding? You're gonna be bitter as hell now?
Right? 'Cause I know some dudes like that too that just have had their glow up and now they're just the juggernaut. They're just like running through all the walls. Yo, you gotta chill, bro.
Daddy, chill.
You know what it is though that I didn't appreciate? Like, as a pretty woman, she was trying to make it seem like her life is hard.
Well, she did, as a qualifier, she said harder.
Harder than what? Not pretty
to be
women?
an attractive man. Life for an attractive woman is harder than life for an attractive
These-
man. Which
these,
I
like-
I can see where she was going. I don't know I fully agree, but I could get there, I think.
You
With
can't compare it. That's what we need to stop doing. Like, men and
yeah.
women are not the same. We have different lives. Like, to say that a man has more opportunity because he's attractive than an attractive woman has opportunity is disingenuous. They both
Different
have
types of
opportunity, but there's different types of opportunities. So it's like, that's goofy.
You know, like Goofy?
Now, if she was saying that pretty women have it harder than not pretty women, then that's absolutely not true. And so, like, either way, I disagree with her point. Yeah, pretty privilege is a real thing.
For everybody in different ways. You know what? And that's the thing. Everybody should just find their individual, whatever they can do to make themselves more attractive, and do it. Everybody
just
has,
lean into it.
Yeah. Everybody has things they can do to help themselves get a better outcome. And that's it.
Right.
Do some good, do some better math.
Right? Like, you might not be the prettiest, but maybe you got a banging body, or you could have a banging body if you work out.
This is your daily reminder to get your ass in the gym.
Thanks again for tuning in. This has been another episode of Meta Watch Party, where you watched us watch the whole mathematician teach some lessons about how these hoes don't be doing no math.
We're going at least 4 levels meta today. But you let us know in the comments below. And hit the like button.
What is there not to like?
Hit the like button.
And hit the share button. And hit the subscribe button.
So we can get more meta, more better.
It's the Meta Watch Party.